Ooh, Cris Carter. He breaking it down. Talking about more than just Skip Bayless. Talking about debate television as a whole. We all know we got swept up. Everybody did, damn it. All of us got wet by embrace the debate. Even if you didn't embrace it, it was hugging your ass. I mean, everywhere you went, debate. Pick a side. West side, east side, Crip, blood. You had to bang to talk sports. You still do if you go to the barbershop. It's part of the reason why I don't go in there. Take too damn long. You charge too damn much. Take too much time up arguing instead of just respecting, dog. You right. Me too, though. Let's talk through this. So Cris Carter went on his new podcast and talked about the blueprint of debate TV. Check this out.
In debating, there's only two places you can go, either ESPN or Fox.
That's right.
So there's not a lot of places for sports broadcasters, and most sports broadcasters are not into debating. Mm-hmm. That is the style of the last 10 years, and has been very, very favorable to create these daytime shows, to create content during the week.
Okay, so Cris Carter broke that down, right? Real short, real simple, concise. Oh, that ain't an earthquake. That's just me moving the table. Let's talk through this. Cris Carter. Debate on its surface, nothing wrong. I'm a big believer that everything in this world that has been created has, if you want to look at it, a result that is beneficial. Even the most negative things, and you guys ever had these conversations where like, yo, ain't nothing good that come out of this. Murder. Ain't nothing good that come out of killing somebody. No, somebody dying. And I don't want to go too deep into this, but if you ever go down that road a little bit, you'd be like, yeah, imagine if no one ever died. You wouldn't be here. Me either. If no one ever died, I don't think we get to 8 billion with me being a part of it. I just think that back in the day, this planet would be full. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is some things on the surface, no matter what you think it turns into, it has its purpose. And debate has its purpose, right? We all seen a debate team. Some of you guys were part of the debate team growing up, blah, blah, blah. But debating turned into hating real fast when the incentives were the louder you are, the more argumentative you are, the more lucrative the results. And that's the problem. Like, instead of it saying who has the best debate, and it doesn't mean the loudest, most obnoxious, just who has the best debate. Like who's really swinging the pendulum in terms of facts, in terms of objectivity, in terms of, wow, I didn't see that. Nah, because that's too close to nuance. Debate became, I hear you. What are you saying? Who cares? I hear you. That's how I took it. Now, when it turned into hating, you had choices to make. What degree of debating were you going to do? It was a difficult choice for a lot of the new analysts out there, former athletes, and some journalists that still held on to their integrity. But it wasn't a hard choice for a lot of people who have been through the grinder of being a journalist. Let me talk to you. Let me give you Skip Bayless. Let me give you Stephen A. Guys who took their lumps writing those columns, selling those mixtapes out the trunk, as you want to say it, right? You write a column, people love it. Oh, you get your bumps up, you get your pay. Another column, more awards, more columns, more awards. It happened with Skip, it happened with Stephen A. Skip, 1974, LA Times, all the way through. Happened with Stephen A., you know, and him with the Philadelphia Inquirer, and then they both get their taste. Skip Bayless with Jim Rome getting his taste, always on Romans burning, etc. And Stephen A., I remember I did my first interview with Stephen A. It was like 2000, 2001 on the Best Damn Sports Show. I was an active player wearing 19 gold chains with a big ass 9X jersey on. Literally, there's footage of this. And Stephen A. Smith, yeah. And I was like, I swear, when I met him in the green room, I was just like, oh, okay, nice meeting you too. Okay, respect, Philadelphia Inquirer, whatever. And then we got on the show and he turned it on. And I looked, and I wasn't in the game like that. I was still an active player, but I was a correspondent starting with the NFL Network shortly thereafter. And I was like, whatever that is, I need some of that. And I'm talking about how he lit up. I was like, oh, he on a mission. Oh, that was sick. I mean, I was just like, damn, stick to football, Wiley, because this is a whole other animal out here. But they both got that taste. And once they got that taste, oh man. Think about it. You selling mixtapes, and finally somebody say, hey, I got to wait for those tapes to blow up, go worldwide, global, hook up with Lucian and Drake and them. I got you. And wow, they gone. Now, that same formula, that same platform was introduced to many people, and people took it in different directions. I'm only pointing out the kings of it. I'm only pointing out the Dondadas of it. But all of us had our doses, right? Everybody was tempted. I was enticed at times. Oh, don't say it like you want to say it, Wiley. Say it like they want to hear it. And you flirt with it, you tempted by it, you do it here and there, and then you realize that ain't it. That ain't me. That fool ain't sorry. Anyway, you get into that. Because I was not a debater. Matter of fact, I ain't worked with a lot of debaters, tell you the truth, other than, the one-offs with Skip and Stephen A., etc. Max Kellerman, a lot of people connect our careers together in terms of everywhere I go, every day, somebody tell me, you and Max need to. It ain't a comment section yet that it had a post of my picture. You and Max need to. That should be my middle name, Marcellus. You and Max need to. Wiley, seriously. But I was not a debater. And it felt so good to be with a guy who also is not a debater. Now, Max is fact-based, but Max was not a debater. Max was nuance. I was nuance. Like, basically, we know how this starts. We know how this ends. I know I can yell from the extremes, but let me just do this. Let's walk down and talk all these other points, because all of them have significance. And that's what we did. And that's why people thought our combination was special. Wow, two dudes who really gonna just walk it out? East side walk it out? West side walk it out? Yeah, we did. And it's because that was our authentic self, if I could say it. Our authentic self was, I know you want to hear it the way that they want you to hear it, but I want you to hear it the way I experienced it. Debate to me is faulty because no one experiences their life in debate. You don't experience your life in the extremes. You experience your life through journeys and travels to get to the extremes. Humble beginnings. Oh my God, affluent endings. Yeah, that didn't happen overnight, did it? So why are you trying to sum it up so extreme? That's how I look at stuff like that. I am very nuanced. I do not pick a side. And a lot of times I'm long-winded. Y'all know me. But here's the thing. Why I'm nuanced is just the way I'm built. Because I respect every single ingredient that's in that pie that we just gonna bake. That's in that cake we gonna bake. That's in that great dish that we all gonna serve. I respect every ingredient, not just the main ingredients, all the ingredients. And I'm also PTSD from Crips and Bloods. Yep. I grew up where I was forced, it felt like a lot of times, to pick a side. And I was like, only side I'm gonna pick is no side. You ain't gonna force me to be a banger. You ain't gonna force me to bang blue, bang red. So then that became my own gang, the anti-gang. Like people that go to college that don't pledge a fraternity or sorority. They pledge me, find me. I pledge me, find me, which is I'm gonna look at things the way I experienced them. And I'm gonna talk about them the way they came at me with that nuance. And if you don't like it, I hear you. You go over there and yell talking about that side is right, this side is wrong. But I learned that and I lived that way. And then to Cris Carter's point, what they were talking about is a whole different animal of like, no, it is staged. You say this, I say this. We got this set up over here and you got to do that over there. Marriage also confirmed to me that this world is nuanced. It's not about a debate. Get into a debate in any marriage, any relationship, you know how that's going to end. It ain't going to end well. But more importantly, neither side is completely right. Like when I'm dead right, there's still a little life left in her argument. Like, I'm like, damn, I see where she's coming from. Even though I'm like, that is bullshit. What you talking about? And that to me is how I really conceptualize debate TV. I look at it the same way. It's not black. It's not white. As my therapist says, it's silver. That means it's full of life somewhere in between both of those things, right? Not gray. They ain't got life. Silver. not black, not white. Combine those two somewhere in there, that life of silver. So I love Cris Carter for bringing up something, because you know me, I use other people to get me into what I want to talk about. The blueprint of debate TV. Wow. Most of us are not debaters. Even the ones you see debating, they faking it. You don't believe me? Wait till they get their podcast and listen to their ad.